So what do pairs, keys, and values really mean with for in loops in Lua? You may remember that I was talking about for loops where we have a table, let's say my nums like this, and we have a bunch of things called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, right? And we had the for in loops where we had for keys, comma, values in pairs of my nums, right? And then we do whatever we want on the inside. So what exactly are the keys, the values, and what is the pairs doing? Well, to understand that, we're first going to print out what the keys and the values are. So we're going to say print, and we're going to say keys, comma, value. Keys, comma, values. Now, I know we haven't really introduced this, but the print function actually can take multiple arguments. So you can do keys, comma, values, and it will actually print out both the key and the value on the exact same line. So if we do that, we can see it says 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. And that seems redundant if both values are the exact same. So let's try changing the values up here to see what happens. What happens if we do hello, like that, and then we say, I don't know, world, and then we say how are, and then let's say you, right? Like that, right? And now let's hit run. 1 hello, 2 world, 3 how, 4 are, and 5 you. So what is this telling us? It is telling us tables like my nums here are not just simply a collection of objects, but they're actually ordered. And because they're ordered, we can actually pick out specific objects from the middle of the table just by their number, right? So let's go down here, and we're going to do print my nums, right? Square bracket this time. Let's say 3. And just for clarity's sake, this is the value at index 3, like that, right? And comma, that we can have multiple arguments like that. And if we hit run, we get how. And as you can see, the third one over is how. That is one of the really cool things about tables, is that we can actually also change this to the number 2, and we can get world, and we can change this to the number 1, and get hello, like that, right? And so going back to keys and values, each of these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, are the different keys that we're having. Those are the different ordering. So like this is the key of 1. So we can actually, if we wanted to, say my nums, right? And then we wanted to add another value at 6, we can say at 6, and we're going to set that equal to this string of text, like blah, like that, right? And then if we hit run, we can see that at index 6, we have blah. Really cool. But the even cooler thing is, these keys don't actually have to be numbers. They can be whatever we want. So we can say this is speak. The key is speak, and the value is blah. See, we get speak and blah. By default, the keys are all the indexes, but we can have this whatever we want. And these are called key-value pairs, because for every key, there is an associated value. And so when we iterate through mynums using the pairs method, what this is actually telling Lua is to go through the table and take every single key-value pair and then pass it through the for loop as the keys and the values. That is what pairs, keys, and values really mean in for loops.